it's almost as if, honestly, it's almost as if by divine nature, I am yet again stood before you making another Kyrie Irving video. I mean, this is, I don't even have an adjective or a noun or a word or a term for just how Speckeldorfed I am, if you will. Just at the fact that it's been a month into the off season and every video has been about Kyrie Irving. I mean, again, for someone who is so intent on, and focused on not being a distraction, it sure does feel like every update is just about Kyrie doing something. Now, y'all, we're about to connect a lot of nasty dots. Justin, I'm sorry, but you know this is just what has to be done. It has to be done. And why must it always be brother versus brother? I don't know. But it is what it is. Y'all, welcome back to Nets Republic. Hope you're enjoying the playoffs. I'm not watching. I'm watching the dream, trying to figure out what's going on with us. But that's neither here nor there. Kyrie Irving has been continuing his press tour, if you will. I actually have his latest podcast appearance and a watch later playlist of mine. I gotta get over to that eventually, but that's not here nor there. But and I've been just curious as to why he keeps talking about LeBron. Like, why is this being brought up so much? Like, I can see, like, on occasion someone ask him, but it's like every interview he does, there is, like, a long portion of how much he enjoyed playing with Braun. And I wasn't putting anything together because I didn't want to reach. I didn't want to be the guy that gets on camera and it's like, oh, 7 Bonds long again. I didn't want to reach. I just have found all these things very weird, and I don't think it's been contributing positively to the Nets. Because, again, Nets Twitter is in such shambles right now. Somehow, the question of do we bring back Bruce Brown and Nick Claxton is like a point of contention that we're like having World War IV over. Like, I don't, and then we have to say World War IV because we're technically in World War III right now, but that's neither here nor there. But while Nets Twitter is like imploding over that and pondering over that, which I was going to make a video on it, but it's just like, it's such a stupid concept, I wasn't even going to do it. Here we are talking about Kyrie again. Now, why I brought up the podcast and the constant references over to Braun and them is because the rumors of him going to LA are getting louder and louder and louder. And just today, there have been announcements and various rumors coming out from, I'm not going to say credible people, because you know I don't mess with the Nets beats writer like that. I don't really mess with them like that. Like, Nets Republic, sure, but I don't really mess with anyone else like that. But some of the reports that are coming out are saying that the Nets are quote-unquote unwilling to give Kyrie a max contract or sign him long-term because of his injury history and Kyrie being Kyrie. There have also been reports from the same sources on the exact same day that Kevin Durant has allegedly not spoken to the Nets since we got swept. Now, this man, KD, has had time to speak with David Letterman, which, again, I need to get to. It's like either that or the Cat Williams thing. I'm going to have a Netflix day at some point, but that's not here nor there. But KD has had time to do his various things with his can I say, I'll say contrabands, because I don't know what I can say on Nets Republic, but it's this color, a little darker, but it's this general color, doing that dispensary stuff. I don't know if I can say that, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? KD's doing his various business ventures, right? You got Kyrie Irving doing whatever it is he's doing. And my bad if I said the same thing twice. KD is doing his business ventures. Kyrie is doing his press run for whatever it is that he's doing. Again, I thought it was about a clothing line at first. Now he's just advertising his services for Braun. Stuff's not looking good, y'all. And again, if this is the focus of what we're worried about, instead of serious matters like, yo, get Claxton back, yo, get Bruce Brown back, if we're fuddling over is KD and Kyrie coming back, yo, we got some serious problems. Because again, we should be having a focus of, well, should Patty Mills be coming back, right? Do we really need Dragic type stuff? These are the conversations we need to be having, and yet we're still talking about Kyrie. And now we're talking about Kevin Durant in the unsure possibility, and having to put out various statements like, and I'm going to quote DJ for a quick second, if Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving go, this is the biggest bag fumble of all time in sports history. The fact that we're having these conversations is beyond troubling. And again, I'll take it back to Kyrie for a second. If this man is auditioning for the Lakers right now through the media, bruh, y'all better have the same energy that y'all had with James Harden. Yes, I'm a Harden stan. Okay, cool. But y'all better have the same energy. Because if this man played under 20 games with us, disappeared after game 1 as we got swept, and then Mans is basically begging for LeBron to take him back and abandons us, and we mess around and lose Kevin Durant, y'all better have the same energy, because this man single-handedly destroyed the season for us. It's his fault. I've been real cute about it, but it's his fault. We already knew what it was with Steve Nash. We already knew what it was with the roster that we acquired. Everything leads back to Kyrie. It is Kyrie's fault. I know y'all don't want to have that conversation, but it's Kyrie's fault. So if this man just waltzes, makes a hop, skip, and a jump over to LA and just abandons us, and we're just suffocating, y'all better have the same energy that y'all had with James Harden. I swear to God. You want to talk about quitting? You want to talk about abandoning when stuff gets rough? Y'all better have the same energy. I swear to God. I swear to God, y'all better have the same energy. But then I need to prepare y'all for if this is the case. My bad, I forgot to put my phone on silent. I need to prepare y'all for if this is the case. Because if there is a swappity swap for Kyrie Irving and the Lakers, and we end up with Westbrook, I need you to understand that, yes, at times my Blake Griffin standum has been a little insane and nonsensical. My LaMarcus Aldridge standum has been a little nonsensical and out of control. My love for James Harden got disgusting, I will give you that. But y'all ain't seen nothing. If we get Westbrook, the amount of delusion you will see on camera from me will be astronomical. It will be a god-tier performance and agenda pushing and bias reporting from me. I want to let y'all know right now, if we get Westbrook, logic is out the window. I just want to let you know in advance. If you thought the Harden era was bad, if you thought the Karis LeVert era was bad, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. If we get Westbrook, keep it 1,000. I don't care if it doesn't work. I don't care how it works with Ben Simmons. I don't care. I am letting you know. It is going to be a different breed of annoyance coming through the screen if we get Westbrook. Let me just make that clear. But I'm sure that's not going to happen, because how would that work with Ben Simmons? You know, blah, blah, blah. I just want to let you know that if it does happen, it's going to be really nasty around here, but that's not even there. I don't know what's going on. I just know the rumors have me a little bit shooketh, if you will. Have me a little Kenneth shooketh, if you will. I feel like our focus really needs to be on the roster in general. And I was going to save this for like its own specific video. It's just every week we get new Kyrie news, and I feel like that's kind of the dominating headline here. But I will say this just to sprinkle on, just in case you made it this far into the video itself. I think the team should stay exactly the same. Yes, I am livid with Kyrie right now, but I think it is for everyone's best interest that the team is exactly the same. The thing that was messing us up was the mandate thing. But now that that has been lifted, Kyrie's back to being full-time. So unless he finds another way to screw us over or sabotage us somehow, which he's running out of ways to do that at this point, we should be fine. We really should. Because Ben Simmons is coming back, and we should be fine with the roster as it is. Bring back Blake Griffin. Ask LaMarcus Aldridge if he's interested in coming back. Obviously, hang on to as many of the rookies as possible, from your Cam Thomases to your Daron Sharps to your Kessler Edwards to your Duke Juniors. Do whatever it takes to retain them. Bring back Bruce Brown and bring back Claxton. I think it is a no-brainer to bring back Drummond. I don't really know why we're so comfortable with him leaving. and who's the replacement? Like, are we ringing the Miles Turner bell still? Like, let that go. Like, what exactly did Drummond do wrong? Like, he barely got to play. Like, what did he do wrong? And if you're going to say the Al Horford thing, well, yeah, everyone's getting cooked by Al Horford right now. You know what I mean? Bam Adebayo's getting the floor swept with him right now. You know what I mean? Like, so that's not fair. Seth Curry, I think he's already signed long-term, so he's not going anywhere. Joe Harris is coming back. You know, that's big. The only two people who I feel like you can kind of let them go, and it is what it is. I'm not going to co-sign Patty Mills going just because I think he's super important to the group and the squad, not just for LaMarcus, not just for Blake, not just to be a point guard coming off the bench, because really outside of Kyrie, and I guess Ben Simmons, that's about it, it's Ben Simmons himself. You need Patty Mills there, you know, to make Ben feel better and comfortable. And he's bringing the culture. He's a leader. All that nasty stuff, right? So I think it's obvious if we're having to choose between the two, get Dragic out of here. Let that man retire or be an assistant coach or something like that. There's no need for him to be taking up a roster space. And once he's gone, go get DeAndre Bembry and bring him back, and then we can move on about our lives. I don't think there's anything wrong with the roster itself. I think KD just got clamped up. I think Kyrie just let the Boston fans get to his head. And it would really have been great if Ben Simmons was out there. And if Ben Simmons is out there, we will most likely be fine. Most likely, we'll be fine. I don't think anything needs to change. I think we need to try this again. And I think some of the better teams out there are the teams whose core have been together for a long amount of time. If we keep flipping the deck, trying to go for the home run, we're not really building anything here. And I think after, let's call it 3 years of saying who needs chemistry, I think we can all agree chemistry is probably needed. Like, I think we can all agree after 3 years of this, we should probably have a team that's going to be together for the whole year. I think chemistry is important. Let's stop denying it doesn't matter. We've seen 3 years of this. It matters. Swept by Toronto in the bubble. Lost in overtime. Game 7 Milwaukee second round. Swept by the Celtics in the first round. I would like to say chemistry matters at this point, but that's not here or there. Let me know your thoughts on all of this down below. Feel free to call me a Harden stan. Feel free to say I just hate Kyrie. That's how I have the stance I have. Go all the normal things down below, and I will keep holding your hand and guiding you through this. It's this off season we're going through, because it's about as bad as the regular season was, if I'm going to be honest with you. But that's not here or there. See y'all later. Let me know who you think is going to win the championship, I guess. I guess that's the question that we ask. If you need me, I'll be trying to figure out why Ryan Howard didn't score. I mean, it was just the Mystics. It was just the Mystics.